Beautiful, and welcome to Mango Beauty.
Coming up, we are going to be trying out the brand new Morphe and Bretman Rock collaboration, Babe in Paradise. This palette features 6 beautiful highlighter shades, and it's packaged with a custom fan brush. I'm going to give you my thoughts, first impressions. We're going to be swatching and testing out the product here on Mango Beauty. Keep on watching.
Bitch, I just got back from the Morphe store, and I'm telling you, I had to push through a sea of little girls to get to the product I'm about to show you today, which is the brand new Bretman Rock and Morphe highlighter palette called Babe in Paradise.
Babe in Paradise are Morphe's brand new high-impact highlighters. These 6 shades were developed with Bretman Rock and are truly made for every Morphe babe under the sun. Beach please, you've never seen or felt highlighters this bomb before. These daringly creamy, zero-gravity highlighters create explosive prismatic effects. Pair with the custom fan brush and you're good to glow.
I am so excited to test this out for you girls.
Do some swatches, first impressions.
But before we get to that, if you're new to my channel, which I'm sure you are, I only have like 5 or 10 subscribers so far, go down and click the red subscribe button as well as the little bell icon that's going to notify you when I make a new video. I'm going to be posting weekly videos doing makeup tutorials. I'm going to be doing hair. I have some very exciting things coming up on my channel, so if you don't want to miss a thing, please make sure you are subscribed. If you aren't familiar with me, my name is Steven Mango. You might recognize me from one of my other YouTube channels. I have a beauty drama channel called Mango Tea, and I also have a channel where I expose the Church of Scientology called Mangotology. The links to those are going to be down in the description box below. But without further ado, let's get right on into it. So the Babe in Paradise palette was released about 2 or 3 weeks ago through Morphe, and I know your girl is late to the party to review this, but I really wanted to test it out personally, and I figured it'd be a really great opportunity to make it as my first video for my Mango Beauty channel. Your girl is not on any PR list. I do not get free makeup. Morphe didn't send me this, so I drove my ass up to Burbank, California to go to the Morphe store and fought off a sea of girls to get my hands on this palette. Now, at the Morphe store, as well as on the online website, it does retail for $29. Now, your girl does not have any promo codes or any discounts or anything yet, so you're gonna have to pay full price. But I do think for 6 different shades, as well as for a celebrity collaboration, to only charge $29, I feel that it is a pretty good fair price. Now let's look at the packaging. I don't have the pretty PR box where you pull it out and there's a blue leaf or anything like that. This is what you're actually going to get when you go to the Morphe store to pick it up in person, or if you get it shipped to your home. So as we can see here, I'll do a little close-up for you girls. It says Morphe x Bretman Babe in Paradise. Now look how pretty all the different flowers are and the leaves and everything. I think it's just so pretty. It's because obviously Bretman is from Hawaii, so I really like the theme and like the color scheme and everything of the packaging. The box is very nice. As you can see here on the back, there's a really cute picture of Bretman just serving realness here. I am shook to the core, and I'm gonna read you the back on what it says.
Welcome to Highlighter Paradise. Who better than Bretman Rock to handpick 6 daringly creamy highlighters to suit every Morphe babe under the sun? Beach please, you've never seen or felt highlighters this bomb before. Pair with our custom fan brush and you're good to glow.
Let's open it up and see what we have here. So we have the palette itself, which we're gonna get into, promise you girl. And we also have a fan brush, which is branded the Morphe x Bretman here in this like kind of cute wooden bamboo sort of styled brush. Look at the top of the fan brush. You can see that it's a little bit frayed already. I didn't even use it yet, and I'm not sure if you guys can see. It's already frayed a little bit, and there was a couple little ones when I first pulled it out up here. They were kind of coming off of the brush. The more real hair that you have in the brush, it's going to be more absorbent, and it's going to be harder to clean and work with, versus if it's more synthetic, you're going to be able to clean your brush better, and it's going to have more longevity. But again, think about it. We're paying $29, and it includes the fan brush as well. So I wasn't necessarily expecting that I was going to have like the best fan brush in the world that would come with this. I just think it's really cute that Morphe did it this way with the fan brush as well as the palette itself. But should you be applying highlight with a fan brush? I feel like a lot of makeup artists just kind of talk against it, and they're more about using other brushes versus using a fan brush, which is kind of seen as like a makeup no-no. So as you can see here, I have the palette in my hand. It's very similar to the front box, except it has the M Morphe logo right over here. The palette feels very nice, so let's open it up and look inside. So this is what it looks like on the inside. I'll read that for you guys. As well as here are the 6 different shades that we have. Let's read on the inside.
Aloha! Mahalo for supporting your fave babe in paradise. Growing up on the islands gave me a diverse perspective on life that I want to share with you. I hope this palette captures the essence of paradise beauty. Bye bitch, Bretman Rock.
Which is so sassy, so Bretman, and I am so excited to get my hands on this. So let's take a peek at the shades and do my initial first impressions. So what I really love about this palette, just like off the bat, is that it's very inclusive to all different skin tones. You have the palest of the pale here, which you can already tell it has like a bit of like a pink hue. It's like a whitish pink shade. And again, we're going to be swatching this in a moment. But you have colors for like more of like a medium skin tone, as well as right over here, which is going to go for your darker skin tone girls, which I really love. And even if, say, in the summertime you're a little bit more tan, I really love how you can play around with the different highlighters from the very lightest shades to the very darkest shade. Now, I don't think that I'm going to be this dark in the summertime to be able to pull off this shade, but I do think that there are at least 2 or 3 that I would be able to utilize for my own skin tone. And I think it's really great, as well as if you're a makeup artist, you do have a couple different options to play around. So your darker skin clients, as well as your very fair skin clients, are going to be able to each have a different shade within the Bretman Rock palette if they did for some reason want to try out the Bretman Rock palette themselves. So let's get right on to swatching. So this is the first shade that we're going to be swatching today, which is called BEHBEH GURL.
BEHBEH GURL is a pearlescent pink shade.
Yes, bitch, look at that. The second shade we're swatching is called VAYGAYTION, which is right here.
VAYGAYTION has a nice ice champagne sheen.
Third shade is called MAHU.
MAHU is a gilded gold shade.
It's really like a nice bronze beach babe sort of color. It's probably too dark for me, but I think between these 3 so far, right over here for VAYGAYTION is going to be probably what I'm going to be applying to my face today. Our fourth shade today is Get Laid, which is right over here.
Get Laid has a peachy pink sheen.
See, right over here for Get Laid, it's like almost like this peachy. It almost has like a little bit of like a red undertone in it, and I think that that one's also really beautiful. Our fifth shade is CHEEHOO.
CHEEHOO has a soft rose sheen.
Shade here, our darkest shade, is called Shady Bitch.
Shady Bitch has a golden copper luster. So I'm going to twirl my arm around and show you guys the swatches as the light hits it in different angles, so you can really get an idea of what the pigment looks like.
Initial first impressions, and what I'm really loving about the product already, just from doing the finger swatch, is that it has this really nice, creamy, almost buttery texture to the product, which I find different from other Morphe products. So that's what I'm already loving so far. Again, as we can see here on the swatches, I'm going to fall somewhere right around over here for what I'm going to be using today. Again, I did a very heavy swatch just so you guys can really see the pigment of these products. Again, when I'm applying with the fan brush, it's going to be, of course, more subtle than what you're going to be seeing over here, but I really wanted to see the undertone, and I really wanted to see the pigment by really doing a really nice deep swatch for you guys. So for me today, I really do want to go in and try BEHBEH GURL and see how it looks on my skin tone. If it is too light, or if I'm not really feeling it, I am going to go in with VAYGAYTION and see how that works. And I know a lot of other reviewers and other people said online with blush that BEHBEH GURL would be really, really pretty. So that's just something to think about or to keep in mind. With blush, I would maybe even do, say, going with BEHBEH GURL, but we're going to try it out today because your girl is feeling sassy. I feel like it does have like that really nice pinkish whitish glow, and I'm actually really loving this on my skin tone. I don't have any concealer or anything on under my eyes, guys. I know I ran out, so don't judge me, but I actually think that does look really pretty. Little hair on the tip of my nose. Yes, girl. Little hair on my chin. Okay, you girls may judge me. I am not a big fan of forehead highlight, but I might just try it out today. Personal preference, if I was going to go out wearing one of these different highlighter colors in this palette, I think I would choose BEHBEH GURL. I really do love the BEHBEH GURL's light pink sort of color. I think it really does work for me personally very well versus the VAYGAYTION mixed with the MAHU. Just for me personally, it's not my favorite on my skin tone, but it is very pretty if you like more of that sort of highlight. Now, here are my final thoughts on the Bretman Rock and Morphe Babe in Paradise highlighter palette. For the palette itself, I really do like the texture and the consistency of the formula. I think the colors are really pretty, but if you're like a makeup junkie, for example, these colors here you pretty much probably already have. So for me, do you have to go out of your way to get this palette? Probably not, unless you're a Bretman Rock fan or you want to try out a new palette, for example. I do think it's pretty, and I do think it has a good consistency and texture. I also really like the design of the palette. It's really pretty. The only real dislike for me is the brush itself. I feel like the brush at first I thought was really cute, but it just feels kind of cheap in my opinion. And the brush hairs were starting to fray over here and were starting to fly off as I was actually fanning the highlighter on my cheekbones. So for me, I would toss the brush. If you're new to makeup, for example, you don't have a lot of brushes, this does the job. But I do think that with the natural hair, this is going to get dirty and soak up the product, and it's not going to have as much of a longevity as investing in a nicer brush. Overall though, I do think this is a win for Bretman Rock and for Morphe. I do think it's a very high quality palette, and I do recommend it if you are interested in any of these different highlight shades.
I have no idea where my filmed outro went, but here's me ridiculously posing like a beauty guru. If you like videos such as this, I'll be posting weekly videos trying out the newest makeup launches, as well as posting tutorials, hairdressing videos, and so much more. Please make sure to subscribe, turn on your bell notifications, and I'll see you beautiful girls on my next video. Thanks so much for watching.